Good morning, students. Now, today your topic is vitamin deficiency disease. Vitamin deficiency disease is taken place by deficiency of vitamins. Deficiency means lackness of vitamins. Now, there are four types of vitamins you have to read, and what are the diseases caused by these vitamins lackness. At first, we come on vitamin A. Vitamin A, if we lack vitamin A in our diet, we will suffer from the disease night blindness. Night blindness, you have listened, that is Ratondhi. And what are the symptoms of night blindness? You know that the person who is suffering from night blindness have difficulty to see in dim light. At night, in dim light, that person cannot see. There is dullness in eyes. There is dullness in eyes, dry and scaly skin hair. These are the symptoms of night blindness. Understand? So now you should have to take balanced diet in which vitamin A is present. If you lack vitamin A, that you will be suffered from night blindness disease. And you have to, in this state, you have to take that type of food which has vitamin A, as carrot, radish, yellow fruit, that is papaya, milk. You should take much amount in milk, egg, so that you should not have the lackness of vitamin A, and you will not be suffered from vitamin A deficiency, that is night blindness. Understand? Now, second, on vitamin B. If we lack vitamin B in our diet, we will be suffered from the disease beriberi. And what are the symptoms of beriberi? That there is extreme weakness in our body. If we are suffering from beriberi, we will feel that there is extreme weakness, बहुत ज़्यादा weakness, and paralysis of body parts. These are the two symptoms of this disease, that is beriberi, and this is occurred by how lackness of vitamin B. Now we have to eat that food items which has vitamin B, so that we should not be suffered from this disease. Understand? Now vitamin C. If we have the lackness of vitamin C in our diets, that is, we will be suffered from the disease scurvy. And in scurvy, what are the symptoms? That is swollen and bleeding gums. Our gums will be swollen, and there will be bleeding and loose teeth, pain in our joints. These are the symptoms. That is, first word, swollen and bleeding gums. Second word, loose teeth. And third, pain in our joints. Now you should have to take the citrus food that contains vitamin C, and when there is the fulfillment of vitamin C in our body, then we will remove from that disease. Understand? Now fourth, that is vitamin D. If we have the lackness of vitamin D in our diet, we will be suffered from ricket. Now we should not you all should not have the lackness of vitamin D in your diet, because when there will be lackness, then there will be the disease that is rickets and symptom that soft and weak bones. That person who is suffering from ricket has soft and weak bones and bow shaped legs. देखते हो बहुत सारे बच्चे का है ना, ये जो लेग हैं ये कैसे हैं, बो शेप्ड हैं, धनुष के आकार के हो गए हैं, ठीक है ना. तो नाउ एट द जॉइंट पोर्शन देयर इज deep portion and its shape is bow shaped. So now for rickets it is needed to take vitamin D in much amount, and you should take those food items which has vitamin D, and you should also take what, sunlight, because you know that in sunlight also has the vitamin D. Now milk, egg, these are the sources of vitamin D, and we should have to take these food items must, so that we will not have the lackness of any type of vitamin, that is vitamin A, B, C, D, because if one of the vitamin will be lacked, then we will be suffered from these type of diseases. So we should have no suffer from this type of diseases, and we have to take those food items which has vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C and vitamin D. Understand? Now you have to learn this table. Now we proceed on the next topic, that is communicable disease. Communicable disease is that disease which is transmitted from one person to another person by air, that is these are the agent, by air, water and soil, and who transmits this disease, that is bacteria, virus and algae. Now this type of disease is transmitted by what? Bacteria, virus and algae, from one person to another person. You see that in class one boy has been suffering from the common cold. Then you will also suffer, next day you will also suffer from that disease. How? When that boy sneezes or coughs, then their particles, their water vapors particles which the air is in exhaled, that particles are sprayed in air, and when we or you inhale that air, then bacteria comes in your body through your nose. Now bacteria comes with air through nose in your body, and you that created the multiplication, that bacteria is divided into many numbers. Now then you will be suffered from common cold. Now common cold, chicken pox, measles, these are the diseases, are communicable diseases, and these are transmitted by bacteria, virus, algae, etc. Now this disease can be transmitted by insect also. You see that mosquito sucks our blood. When we are suffering from fever, we are suffering from dengue, then our blood contains that type of bacteria. Now when mosquito sucks our blood, and when it sits on another person, that blood is given by mosquito to that person. Mosquito sucks the blood from one person and gives that blood to the other person. That is inject. Injection, you see that injection. In injection, what is happened? Medicine is given by needle. Now the needle portion of mosquito is the what? Sucking tube is the needle. That needle takes blood from my body and that is given to the other body, that is injected to the other body. Now that person which is injected by mosquito, that person also will be suffered from dengue. Now insect, malaria, dengue, etc. are spread by how? Bite of mosquito. Now plague is spread by philia. Now communicable disease is spread by what? Insect also. And it is spread by air, water and soil. Water, you know that suppose one person is suffering from malaria or any diseases, now he is using the towel and we also use that towel, and that towel contains water particles also. Now that is, we take that towels and we get that water in our body, then that water contains the bacteria and we will suffer from that disease. Now air, you know that sneezing and coughing from one person is transmitted the bacteria from one person to another, and then persons who is present there are also suffering from that diseases. Now air, water and soil. Soil also contains the bacteria, and when we are in contact with soil, then that bacteria comes in our body through our nose or through our mouth, and then we will be suffered from that disease. Now communicable disease are spread by what? Insect, air, water and soil. By insect, what? Malaria, dengue, and plague. These are the diseases spread by what? Insect. Now by air, water and soil. Coughing and sneezing takes what? Gives the bacteria to the air, and when that air is inhaled by other person, then that person is also suffered with that disease. Now cholera, typhoid, jaundice are spread through contaminated water. Cholera, you know, cholera, typhoid, jaundice, that is liver problem. So these diseases are spread by taking contaminated water. That water contains the bacteria, virus, algae, and when we drink that water, then we will be suffer from these diseases. Now air, water and soil, these spread the communicable disease. These are the agent for spreading communicable disease. And who transmit? Bacteria. Bacteria comes, virus or algae. Now you have understood that communicable disease is that type of disease which is transmitted from one person to another by what? By bacteria, algae and virus. In this, what disease comes? Cholera, typhoid, jaundice, chicken pox, measles, cough and cold, and malaria, dengue, plague, etc. are the communicable diseases. And now you have understood the non-communicable diseases, that is not transmitted from one person to another. That disease are caused by what? Deficiency of nutrients. When there is deficiency of any nutrients in our body, then that person will be suffer from a special disease. Now, non-communicable disease takes place by deficiency of nutrients, while communicable disease is taken place by transmission of bacteria, virus or algae from one person to another person. Understood? Have you understood these topics? Now, deficiency of minerals and deficiency of vitamins. You should have to learn the table given in your book. What are the disease caused by this type of lackness of vitamin and minerals, and what are their symptoms? Understand properly? Okay.